What if I told you that a single food truck could pull in more than $50,000 in a single month, while another truck parked just a few blocks away might be losing money and heading toward bankruptcy? That's the wild reality of the food truck business. To the outside world, food trucks look fun, casual, and trendy. They've got colorful paint jobs, long lines of customers, and an energy that screams freedom. But behind the serving window, it's a grind filled with long hours, high costs, and constant uncertainty. Some trucks become local legends and launch into full restaurant chains, while others quietly disappear after a season or two. Today, we're going to break down the numbers, the expenses, the profits, and the lifestyle of running a food truck. So by the end, you'll know whether it's a dream worth chasing or a recipe for stress. Let's start with the money everyone sees. Daily sales. A typical food truck charges $10 to $15 per meal. Higher-end trucks that serve lobster rolls, sushi, or specialty fusion dishes might charge $20 or even $25. During a busy 3-hour lunch rush in a city center, a truck can serve 80 to 120 customers. That's $1,000 to $1,500 before the day is half done. Add a dinner shift outside a nightlife spot, and you might tack on another $500 to $1,000. On a good day, daily sales land in the $2,000 to $3,000 range. Now multiply that by a week. 5 days at $1,500 a day is $7,500. If the truck adds weekends, maybe setting up at breweries or popular parks, revenue can cross $10,000 in just 7 days. Now think bigger. 25 working days in a month at $1,200 per day equals $30,000 in sales. With catering events added in, weddings, corporate lunches, private parties, some trucks climb to $40,000 or $50,000 in monthly revenue. That's not speculation. In cities like Los Angeles, Portland, and Austin, those are real numbers. At music festivals, food trucks have reported grossing $10,000 to $12,000 in just one weekend. The top tier is impressive, but gross revenue isn't the same as profit. Let's break down the expenses that eat into all that money. First, the truck itself. A brand new food truck with commercial-grade equipment, fryers, refrigerators, a grill, ventilation, and a generator typically costs $50,000 to $100,000. Used trucks can be cheaper, but they often come with constant repair bills. If you finance a truck, expect monthly payments between $1,200 and $2,000. That's your starting point before you even sell a single taco or burger. Food costs are next. Most trucks spend 30 to 35% of revenue on ingredients. If you're selling $30,000 a month, nearly $10,000 goes straight to suppliers. Trucks serving meat-heavy menus like barbecue or burgers pay more for ingredients than trucks serving lower-cost items like sandwiches or coffee, which means the type of food you choose can make or break your margins. Then there's labor. Even a small truck usually needs at least 1 or 2 employees. One person takes orders and payments, while another preps food or assists in cooking. Payroll for 2 helpers runs $2,500 to $5,000 a month. Larger trucks with 3 or 4 staff members spend much more, and that doesn't include payroll taxes, insurance, or the occasional overtime when things get busy. Permits and licenses are another cost that varies by city, but always stings. Health inspections, fire safety permits, and food service licenses are standard everywhere. But in cities like New York, Los Angeles, and San Francisco, the permit system is so competitive that people sell prime permits on secondary markets for tens of thousands of dollars. Even in mid-sized cities, expect to spend at least $1,000 to $3,000 annually to stay compliant. And then there's maintenance. A food truck is both a vehicle and a kitchen, which means twice the things that can break. Generators fail, fryers stop heating, refrigerators quit in the middle of summer, and engines break down without warning. A single major repair can cost $3,000 to $5,000. And while your truck is down, you're not making money. Owners estimate that $500 to $1,000 a month is a safe average for ongoing maintenance. Add in fuel, propane, cleaning supplies, uniforms, marketing, and insurance. And suddenly that $30,000 in sales is shrinking fast. So, what does the bottom line actually look like? After all expenses, most food trucks keep between 20 and 30% of their revenue as profit. That means $9,000 to $12,000 in take-home pay from $30,000 in sales. Trucks that hit $40,000 to $50,000 in revenue might net $12,000 to $15,000. Annualized, that's $100,000 to $150,000 in profit for successful trucks. That's the upside, six-figure income from a rolling kitchen. But what about the downside? Let's talk about the lifestyle. Food truck owners rarely work standard hours. Their day often starts at 5 or 6 in the morning with shopping for ingredients, chopping vegetables, prepping sauces, and loading supplies. Then there's driving to the location, setting up equipment, and prepping for the rush. The lunch crowd comes, and it's chaos for 3 hours straight. Orders flying, cash moving, grills sizzling. After that, cleanup and relocation for the dinner shift. By the time the last burger is sold, owners are exhausted, but the day isn't over. Trucks must be cleaned, food must be prepped for tomorrow, and books must be balanced. 12 to 14-hour days are the norm, and 6-day weeks are common. This grind explains why some owners thrive and others burn out. Let's compare two real-world examples. In Los Angeles, a Korean BBQ truck became a local phenomenon. With strong branding, a viral social media presence, and a loyal following, it grossed $45,000 in a single month and profited around $11,000 after expenses. That truck eventually expanded into multiple trucks and then a brick-and-mortar restaurant. In Chicago, a pizza truck launched with excitement, but failed within a year. Constant mechanical issues, rising permit fees, and a brutal winter killed their business. They barely broke even before closing. Both trucks started with similar dreams, but execution and circumstances led to opposite outcomes. Now, let's zoom out and compare food trucks to other small businesses. Traditional restaurants often carry $10,000 rent bills, high utility costs, and large staffs. The profit margins in restaurants are often just 5 to 10%. Food trucks, by contrast, can run leaner with 20 to 30% margins. That's why so many entrepreneurs start with trucks instead of restaurants. They can test menus, build a following, and prove a concept before risking a full lease. Some even stay on wheels permanently because the numbers simply make more sense. But how do trucks compare to other hustles? Take coffee shops. They can also bring in steady revenue, but startup costs are higher and rent never goes away. Ghost kitchens, the new trend of delivery-only restaurants, share similarities to food trucks. Lower overhead, higher flexibility. But they rely heavily on apps like Uber Eats and DoorDash, which take big cuts. Even comparing to car washes or mobile detailing, food trucks usually carry higher risk, but also higher potential rewards. Another overlooked factor is seasonality. In warm states like Florida or California, trucks can run year-round. In northern states, winter is brutal. Sales plummet when nobody wants to stand outside in freezing temperatures. That's why successful trucks diversify. Many pivot into catering, private parties, and festivals. Catering is often the most reliable source of profit because it guarantees income regardless of weather or foot traffic. Some trucks even use the street business mainly as advertising, relying on catering to carry the real profits. Let's bring in another example. In Austin, a breakfast taco truck reported making $28,000 a month in revenue. After food costs, labor, and permits, their profit was about $6,000. Not terrible, but not spectacular compared to the workload. Contrast that with a lobster roll truck in Miami, charging $20 per roll. They served fewer people but earned higher margins, clearing $15,000 in monthly profit during peak tourist season. Location and menu choice make a massive difference. So what's the verdict? Can you get rich running a food truck? The answer is yes, but not easily. The top trucks make 6 figures a year in profit, but they do it by grinding non-stop, marketing hard, and building a loyal customer base. The average owner is hustling every day, battling breakdowns, paying fees, and living with constant uncertainty about weather and crowds. It's not a shortcut to easy money. It's a lifestyle business that rewards resilience, creativity, and relentless hustle. The next time you grab a meal from a food truck, remember you're supporting more than just a cook. You're supporting a mechanic, a bookkeeper, a marketer, a dreamer, and someone who is taking risks every single day. If you're considering starting one yourself, ask, do you love food enough? And do you love the grind enough to handle the chaos? Because the profits can be real, but only if you're ready to outwork every other truck in your city. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button. Because next time, we're diving into another mobile hustle, the car wash business. And trust me, those numbers are going to surprise you.